Yo, it is Jarvis, Cycling Color. And I'm doing something today. I'm doing some broadhead testing, which I got a really good idea about what's going on. But now that I have my other bow, my high poundage bow, I'm running back through the scenarios. I've tested 2 of these with my 80 pounder. And so when the arrows were flying 260, there was at about 40 yards, the test head on the Reaper was dropping maybe 2 inches from where the field point was at, but these Black Hornets fixed heads, Magnus Black Hornets, they were dropping about 4 to 5 inches. And then there's this Montec M3, that new head is solid. They were just shooting off to the left, and that is with the other bow. So now with the higher poundage bow, those groups they're shooting pretty. I mean, the trajectory and the speed, which this thing's shooting, right at 315 with a 420 grain arrow. They are nailing dead on. In fact, I cut an arrow yesterday with it. So what I want to do now is shoot all 3. The Montec, it's their newer head. It's not the G5, it's their M3, and it's a solid head, and it should have been more silent, which I'm sure it is. But they don't fly worth a damn. They are not accurate at all. They weren't with the other bow. I've been on some of the forums, and everybody pretty much has the exact same thing to say. And mine, at 20 yards, the damn thing was 10 inches to the left. So I said, okay, well, let's try another one. Maybe it's a fluke. I tried, knock tuning a little bit, and it's just not to me, it's just not a good head. I wouldn't spend my money on them. I don't plan on hunting with them because I don't want to, wound a deer because of a damn flawed broadhead. But what I do want to do is shoot it today with my higher poundage bow, like I said, because I haven't shot them with this 80 pound bow with these arrow speeds. We're going to see what happens. The thing may fly better. It could have been that it was over spine, because these are 250 spine arrows, and I did not want to trade arrows just while I was in transition of bows. So that very well could be it. We'll be back with you in less than that. So we have all these are 100 grain Black Hornet. We have a Grim Reaper. I think these are 2.1s, I think. And we have the Montec M3 solid head, all 100 grains, all fletched with the left helical, 250 spine arrows. They're weighing in at right at 420 grains. So let's see what happens. Okay, I am shooting a Bowtech Revolt X80. It is actually turned down to about 75 pounds. This is 22.4 yards because I don't know, 22.5 yards because I don't know, honestly, where that freaking Montec is gonna go. And I don't want to put it in the ground. So I'll start off at 22. I trust the other arrows. 23 yards. Okay, cold shot. I'm gonna start off with a field tip, get a good reference, see how I'm holding, and then I'll shoot the others. Okay. Let's go with the Montec first. This should be interesting. I'm interested in seeing if it's going to change, and will it be more accurate because the arrow speeds are so much more. I was aiming for the middle, and that hit the bottom right-hand side, which leaves me plenty of room in the middle for the Grim Reaper. This one has been flying like a champ. Let's see. It's about where I released it at. Maybe a little bit low. This is the Black Hornet. So those two right there fly pretty good. So, field tip, Reaper, which I pulled it a little bit low. That's the Reaper. I'll shoot it a little bit more. This, I was dead on whenever I shot this arrow. This is that M3. Come on out of there. That was the biggest waste of money when it comes to broadheads, but I didn't know unless I tried them out. And that was the Black Hornet. She was pretty spot on. Like I said, this was the field tip. Okay, so we stepped it out to 40 yards, and we're gonna do the same shots, but I'm not shooting that M3. Those are back in the pack. They're free to anybody that wants to pay the shipping on them. Let's see. I'm gonna shoot a field tip first, and then I'll shoot those two broadheads, which will be the Grim Reaper and the Magnus Black Hornet. Yep, I already set my range. Yep. I know, you're not supposed to anchor on the back of the neck, but to hell with the populace. I know what works best for me. In some situations, if I'm just shooting, it helps me steady up. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. The Magnus is a good bit louder than the Reaper. Of course, it's a fixed head and it's vented. Of course, it's going to be a little bit louder. And it does tend to drop a little bit more. At 42 yards, it is 1.5 inches lower. Is it still in the Vital V? Yes, it is. Is that trajectory going to change once I'm up in the tree shooting down? Yes, it is. My guess would be that they are going to be a lot closer. You're probably not going to be able to tell much of a difference. So I do have my one stick here today. I'm not sure if I'm going up. I'm probably going to go up Wednesday and do some testing with them. But I like to have somebody on the ground when I'm really doing testing if I'm going to be up in the tree, because somebody's got to pull those arrows. I'm not coming back down to pull those arrows and then one stick back up. I know. If you get multi-sticks, then it ain't that bad. I know. I don't care. I'm a one sticker. So, all in all, the Grim Reaper, which is I think they're the 2.1s. I think they're 2.1 cut. The test head flew. It is actually dead level with my field point. It is a little bit to the right, and I'm sure that is me. I'm sure I pulled it a little bit. I hadn't shot any at all this morning. And the Magnus Black Hornet, like I said, it's 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches lower at 42 yards. It's still a dead animal, and I probably could do a little bit of tuning on that Magnus and get it to fly better, but at 30 yards, 20, 30 yards, there's going to be minimal to no distance. At 40 yards, that's one of those things you got to be mindful. It's just like, okay, aim 2 inches higher, or aim at the same place, because there's a dang good chance that deer's going to duck. So yeah, that's all she wrote. I was going to end the recording, but just for kicks and giggles, I said, let's shoot this thing on out. The two good broadheads, the Black Hornet and the Grim Reaper. It's 54. And I'm going to shoot them at the foam target out there. And then I'll finish off. Bucky just gave up the ghost. So everything's going to be 54. I'm not walking down there and standing back up. Bucky has been with my family for about a year now. I have 3 children that shoot and a wife. Somewhere along the way, his legs got shot off. So he is now a bedded buck. And I'm going by the academy to see if this is my beautiful Revolt X80. Said it's on 70 pounds, 74 pounds, 74, 70, 76 pounds, I think. Epsilon drop rest. I really love this React 1 digital sight. It is I can set up 5 different arrows in this one sight. It's no biggie. So if I got an arrow, a heavier arrow that I'm using for hog hunting or elk or whatever the case may be, doesn't matter. As long as the windage doesn't change, I can set the elevation in 5 different profiles on here, so I have 5 different freaking arrows, which is great. So this is 54 yards with the Grim Reaper. Right in the pump station. I mean, you can't argue with that flight. I have no problem with that at all. The Magnus is a little bit louder. I'm going to aim a little bit higher with this one so we don't get in the dirt with it. Okay. It actually, the elevation is actually where I put it at. It did fly a little bit right. I can probably fix that by a little bit of knock tuning on them. But we just shoot. That's all she wrote. You know what? These arrows are a little bit heavier. If By a little bit, I mean 70 grains. And what I've learned is I need to go up about 3 to 4 yards at this distance to make them match. Boom. I'm grouping a little bit left as well. Yeah. See if that cleans it up. Oh yeah. Sight probably got bumped or something. I run a soft case, and that very mill, there's no telling. Oh yeah. Truth and transparency. So this is the Magnus. I said it shot left. I'm pretty sure. Boom, that's the Magnus. I'm sure that this one here is that Grim Reaper. Boom. And then I noticed that everything was kind of grouping left. But it could just be me. I did make a few clicks, but it'll be all right. That was a 58 yards. What was that? In the yard, feeling low, getting high. Where did everything go wrong? Oof. Say that it's the universe and blame it on the stars. Little left. I think it's still dead. 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 Ah. 33. Got a little happy on that one right there. Punch that trigger. Let's slow it down a little bit. Get back where it should be. Boom. There we go. But this road you led me down is too low. It ain't nothing like the streets I grew up on. When I beg you not to go, you leave again. Nothing here.